Dean Galusha, and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. We're going to be doing something today that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. In fact, we did do some comparison on quiet ammo between the CCI, that's a 710 velocity, and the Aguila Super Colibri, which is about 500 and some velocity. But I have been wanting to get my hands on some straight Colibri. Now that's lower velocity than what the Super Colibri is. Well, I've got it. And here they are here. This is the Super Colibri. That's an old box, by the way. And here is the straight Colibri. And then, of course, the CCI. Everybody knows what that looks like now. And that's the older box. In fact, they got a newer box right now. But anyway, those are the ones that we're going to be testing as far as sound. And what I'm going to be doing, now this Colibri, by the way, this regular Colibri, in fact, really even the Super Colibri to some extent, is not recommended for rifles. I want to stress that. Especially a longer barrel one, like a Henry long barrel. I wouldn't ever want to use this Colibri. And they say that it can jam down the barrel. It's got a velocity actually underneath what a lot of the air rifles have got. And what we're going to do is we are going to try a rifle. We're going to try an old one I've got. It was my first one. It was back, my parents got me this with green stamps when I was a kid. And here it is here. It's a Remington. In fact, the stock even needs to be redone. As you can tell, it's got some problems. It's just gone sticky. It's a mess. But I'm going to have to sand it down, work on it, but it still shoots, and it shoots doggone good. And we're going to fire some of those out of there. But as I said, actually this straight Colibri was developed for like revolvers, not semi-automatic. None of this stuff will work in semi-automatic. There is a CCI semi-auto. Now that will work in some semi-automatics. In fact, most of them that I've used it in. But we're not talking about that one now. That's 800 and some feet velocity, and I think a 45 grain bullet. Now that's a difference too. This has got a 40 grain bullet, the CCI Quiet, where these two have got a 20 grain bullet. Makes a lot of difference. But what we're going to use on that Colibri in a bit, but first we're going to try it there, is this right here. This is a Ruger Wrangler. It's a regular old Western revolver, and we're going to put some in that and fire it out of there and see what happens. Of course, like I said, these are 22s, all of them. I guess I didn't mention that, but I think you probably knew that already anyway. And we're going to do this as a single shot. We're going to fire the gong down here. We're going to see the difference in the sounds. I'm going to get a round out of each one and lay it here, and then we're going to start shooting. We're going to go from what I feel is going to be the quietest to the loudest. We'll see. This is going to be the straight Colibri. So let's shoot and see how she works. There wasn't nothing to that, was there? Holy cow. Okay, this is going to be the Super Colibri. A little bit louder, not much. Now we'll put in the CCI, which has got the 40 grain bullet and has got quite a bit difference in velocity, because it's 710 where that first one was 400. So we'll shoot this one. Definitely can hear the difference. So there is a difference in quietness. That first one, man, it sounded like somebody spitted a platoon. That was really quiet. Well, next what we're going to do is we're going to get that Ruger pistol. Okay, I've loaded 3 rounds of both the other type of Quiet, Super Colibri and the other one. I'm not sure which order they're in, but I'm sure we're going to hear the difference. Definitely. That's it. You definitely heard the difference, and none of them really hit that gong good, but the gong's swinging, so it must have hit. I just didn't hear it. I don't know if you did or not. I decided to come over here to the 50-yard range. And you can see the target up there. I've got you zoomed in on it. We couldn't even hardly hear that thing hit. And I looked at that, and that was getting hit. It's just, we just weren't hearing it for some reason. Maybe I had a thicker gong up there or something. I don't know. But anyhow, we're going to fire these. Let's start out with the real quiet one, see if it'll make it up there, if we can even hear it. I don't know. Maybe this one will ring a little better because of the way I got it set up. We'll find out, but that other one didn't, and I think it's because of the way that it was setting, but it definitely was swinging, so I was hitting it. Now, let's try it here and see what we're going to do. Now, didn't even hardly hear the bullet. I heard it hit down there. It fell short. Now we'll try the Super Colibri and see if it will make the distance. I didn't figure that Colibri would. That is, like I said, for short distance pistols, revolvers, actually, not pistols, not your semi-automatic pistols. Now we'll try this one, see how it makes it. Well, it hit somewhere up there. I heard it hit. It didn't hit the target. Now we'll try the 710. It definitely had a louder and went further than the other one. I think the other one fell right down here. We'll see what this does. Yep, now that one hit it. And that was the CCI 710, and it definitely hit it. We heard that. But the other two, no. They didn't quite make it to the target. That's all there was to it. So we know that, and I didn't figure that the regular Colibri will. That is definitely for a short distance, and I would say revolvers, just like they said it was designed. Well, I finally got to try my Colibri, and it was quiet, just like I was hoping it would be. And using it for something like my Ruger Wrangler, definitely. Yes, it's going to be dirtier. I know that right off the bat before anybody says anything. Oh, I wouldn't put that in my gun because it's dirty. Well, I did. And like I said, I'm doing the experimenting. So you guys, if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to. Me, I got to put these things through all sorts of use. I was even going to use the Ruger American Bolt Action. It's got the box magazine and try that, but I thought, nah, not going to mess with that one on it. I'd like to have, but we're going to do some more testing with that one. And as far as if you want a little bit further distance and what have you, definitely go with the CCI Quiet. You could tell the difference on 50 yards. I went 50 yards and hit the target. These did not. This Colibri definitely will not. In fact, I know I was hitting that target over there, but it's set up a little bit different. It's on rubber straps, and I think it's a thicker target too, and it's also smaller, so you're not going to hear it as much. I shot some off camera just to see. Yeah, I had to really listen. I could hear just a kind of a click when one of them hit, and I think it must have been this one, because in the Super Colibri I could hear that a little bit better, but this one, no. You look at when I put it in a rifle, you couldn't even hardly hear it on this one. You can't even hardly hear it going out. As I said, it sounds like somebody spitting in a platoon if it does hit it. At least this one does. This one, I'm not sure what it sounds like. Somebody just spit, period. It's quieter than most of my air guns. I've got some BB guns that, well, that one that's has the fully automatic switch on it. That one's a little bit noisier. And there's a few others that are actually noisier than this Colibri. Now that's something. But you don't have any powder in these. They're a primer basically. And in fact that's what they are. And as I said, they got 20 grain bullets. So, you know, that's not going to be much either, whereas this one's got a 40 grain. And it's got some powder in it too. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.